Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Just a Reading Module. A total of 4 authors are involved in innovating this module. The idea of innovating Just a Reading module comes from 3 elements, which are ESL, reading, and module. English as second language is compulsory in school, and the students are struggling to excel in English. One of the challenges faced by the ESL students is lack of exposure to reading materials. English modules show significant impacts towards development of English skills. Therefore, ESL learners must possess adequate reading skills, as it is part of the process of learning and acquiring language. The aims of developing this module are to improve students' reading ability that suit all levels of proficiency and promote learning through engagement with their peers. At the end of this module, students should be able to understand vocabulary through contextual clues from the text provided and to answer questions based on the reading text. There are 4 steps in designing Just a Reading module. The first step is to identify the topic or unit based on one of the textbooks in lower secondary schools. The second step is to select the suitable content and passage from the unit. The third step is to plan 5 activities based on the content chosen. Finally, construct questions and items to each activity. Next is the steps in developing Just a Reading module. Step 1. Decide on which platform to use. Next, begin to develop the module, which contains 44 pages. The third step, the module is then converted into the booklet, and we ask for experts' validation. Canva is chosen to develop this module. Its interactive features can attract the students while presenting in the class. It is easy to convert into booklet too. 2 experts were invited to validate Just a Reading module. The first one is the head of English panel in the school, and the second one is an iconic English teacher. Both the experts have given positive feedbacks and highly recommend the use of Just a Reading module in the lower secondary English class. Just a Reading module contains 44 pages and consists of pre-test, 5 reading activities. Lastly, post-test is also included in this module. Each activity are introduced with 4 elements such as the background, goals, objectives, and the value. This is the pre-test activity. In this activity, students will be able to find information from the text and choose the correct answers for 5 multiple-choice questions correctly. This is the activity 1, Just Read. In this activity, students will be able to practice their pronunciation skills and enhance their reading aloud ability. This is the activity 2, Just Match. In this activity, students will be able to match the definition to the correct words based on the contextual clues. This is the activity 3, Just Think. In this activity, students will be able to read and identify the main idea from the text and analyze the activities correctly. This is the activity 4, Just Group. In this activity, students will be able to read the statements and identify the factors for the endangered species. This is the activity 5, Just Tasya. In this activity, students will have to play Tasya. They have to solve the puzzle by matching the correct answers to the questions and get the correct shape of the puzzle. Lastly is the post-test activity. Students have to test themselves again and see is there any improvement. The novelty of this module are, firstly, integration of reading, comprehension, and vocabulary. Next, practical application. Thirdly, diverse comprehension activities. Furthermore, focus on lower secondary school students. And lastly, practicality.
This module has been implemented in a special government school in Chowkit, Kuala Lumpur. 23 basic secondary students were involved in this implementation. The implementation was divided into 3 days. Pre-test. Activity 1, just read. Activity 2, just match. Activity 3, just think. Activity 4, just group. Activity 5, just tarsia and post-test. The post-test result showed significant improvement from the pre-test. 83% of the students showed at least 1 mark of improvement after the implementation of just a reading module. No cost was used in innovating this module as it was designed based on the textbook by using Canva platform. The first commercialization potential is inventiveness. The second is feasibility. And the last one is the mobility. Just a reading module has been registered for intellectual property under the Intellectual Property Corporation of Malaysia, MyIPO. Thank you.